We are back here in my office or my maker room, my studio. And what I'm doing today is giving my maker room studio a more refined fabric wall update. This fabric wall came from a real creative space, as you know. I wanted my studio maker room to have the feeling that you get when you walk into a fabric store in a very small dose. Of course, where color, you have texture, you have pattern. The possibilities were all right in front of me with all of the fabrics. I love creating and I love trying new things and moving things around, letting things and ideas take life, and especially in the moment. This is a part of generally how I work, and then it comes out later in a completed final version. This was pretty much a start of that work. Sometimes it simply starts with inspiration, just like with fabrics. Then I like to live with it. Then you begin to see how the overall ideas after time start to come into play. I'm giving the fabric wall a grown woman is what I'm going to call it update. Don't get me wrong here, because the first version, this one, is not wrong. It's just that I've got a clearer grasp pretty much on what I want my space to look and I want it to feel like. I still want the fabric inspiration wall because, of course, you know I'm a fabric person. The other word is maybe not so correct to be using, but overall I wanted to give it a more refined look, more like something that says, yes, this is where my ideas are born, but it's also where they begin to be taken seriously, not only by myself, but also to others who enter my space. Because sometimes the update is not about correcting what you did. It's sometimes honoring your general idea and giving it a better version of what you wanted to create. So I get started with this. So I am going to update a few of the fabric options because some of these are not in rotation anymore. Some will stay, some will go, and I'll add a few that better fit where my studio design work and where I am now, where it's going. The floral print, it has been discontinued. While I really like this fabric, it is one of those fabrics that's actually so beautiful, and it has so many beautiful colors, and it's still interesting. It has all of these beautiful classic colors. It still has that personality and that color that keeps it soft enough that it goes with so many other different pairings: beiges, blues, cream, classic and classy fabric for sure. But it is no longer in rotation because it is the cream and gold leopard. I love this because it has this beautiful pattern and it's interesting without screaming loud at you, and it has some personality, but the colors, they are soft enough and they keep it from overwhelming any other pattern. Still reads pretty much like a solid. Even from a distance you can see the tightness of the pattern. Absolutely gorgeous. Here, which is the blue chenille. I'm going to go ahead and move this one here, which is the blue chenille. Blue chenille still gives you that richness. It's going to give you that texture. It's going to give you some color. It's soft, it's cool, and it's still giving, again, like the other one, it's giving life and personality. Then, of course, every room or every space you cannot miss in your rotation a cream solid linen, and it's basically one of those fabrics you will always need. Always, you cannot miss with this one. It calms everything down. It's one of those colors that simply gives your eye a place to rest. Works beautifully when you have stronger prints, or behind it rather, that work all together. Antelope print, and it brings in that designer feel without feeling too serious. Some movement typically runs this way. That little bit of surprise still makes a room or creates a feeling of warmth and comfort. Of course, with a taupe or a beige, which is this one, it is darker in tone. It's very rich. It's a neutral. It's flexible. They pull everything together without trying to be the main character. Beautifully with the antelope print. And all of these, pretty much as you've seen on the board, they all worked so beautifully together in harmony. Like I would say, a beautiful song. Classic and classy all day long. You will never miss with this print in your space. So let's get started with adding my bars to the wall. Love the color of it on the end. Gives it a bit of an antique feel, and the gold is not too bright. It's a soft gold, and of course it's adjustable. Side of my placing, because I want something maybe over here on the side of the wall, which I'm going to mark the wall exactly where I want it to start, which is about probably here, maybe here, yeah, maybe about here, and stretch it to about, not too wide. Don't want it to look dinky either, to about here. Now I decided to use the rings. If I change my mind later on and more refined look, if that's what I want, then I can always go with the grommets and add those, but that will take a little bit of a process, and these are gorgeous. They fit the color perfectly. You take like a piece of your fabric, and then I would hang it from the corner and pop the ring right along it and hang it from the now fabric. That I have the rods hung, it's still pretty, but it still needed that finish. So I had some wood slats that I have from a bed that I hadn't been using, so I gave them another purpose, another life. I removed the staples, painted the slats the same color as the wall, cut the corners on the 45, and did it, of course, like picture frame molding, and gave it that clean look. But also remember, and keeping in mind that this is a rental, I did not caulk anything. Pin nails, I only will have small holes to fill. Once the frame was up, it still needed that last layer. I thought about using picture light, the long kind, but I remembered I already had these small battery operated lights that came in a set of 6. They are magnetic. They hang with one screw. They work by remote. Have the light settings bright white, warm light, and cool light, which is absolutely excellent for whatever mood you want to create. I was going to use them in the hallway before I broke my foot, but never got around to that part, which is coming. Back to the lighting part, just telling you why I had the lights on hand. And this is what gave it that finished look for me. The frame gave the wall the boundary, but the light definitely gave it the life. I didn't want it to feel like a fabric just hanging on the wall anymore. Again, I wanted it to feel useful, pretty, and inspiring all at the same time, while giving it, as I said before, that grown woman feel. A little more design studio, a little more, yes, this belongs here. So as always, stay inspired, motivated, and moving, creating something beautiful. If not for yourself, then definitely for someone else. And don't forget to like, comment, share, and definitely hit that subscribe button and share the love, share the video. Bye for now.